Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Green Hell and another 4-day weekend extravaganza of adventures in the Amazon with Gasbeard. And if you watched Sunday's episode, you will note that a few things have changed around here. I have added some mud walls here as we've started to build out the base. But we have a small issue has kicked up, and that is that we are now on day 20, and today is the day that the rains stop, so our little waterhole over there at the bottom of the cliff is going to stop refilling, and that means we won't be able to make any more mud, and we'll also suffer badly for drinking water. So we need to get out of here. We need to get to a new location for the dry season, and we can come back here for the next rainy season. Another good advantage to getting out of here right now is that the... oh, rubbish. Get off. Hit the right key, Gaz. There we are. The natives may come calling during the dry season, although they normally are out and about during the wet season. So let's get out of here. Now, I just need to adjust my sound settings, so bear with me 1 second. Oh yeah, that's that done. I'm still having hearing problems, as outlined last week. I've picked up that piece of bamboo because the first area that we're going to has got very little in the way of bamboo, and I've left some food in there that is of a type that won't spoil. We're going to travel light. Quick look at the backpack. We've got our regular stuff in here: fire starting, medications, arrows, and we've got a piece of macaw meat and our pre-made stuff. We've got some clean water in the bidon, and that is it. I'm not even taking the coconut bidons with us. I guess we should start to pick up a few sticks and stuff. Hey Mr. Tapia, you've got the place to yourself for a while now. If we see any nuts drop, we'll take them. We're out pre-dawn, or at dawn I should say, not pre-dawn. So the lighting is pretty rubbish. No nuts there. Oh, there's Mr. Snake. Hello, Mr. Snake. We know that you're here to give us grief. We'll just get the arrow skill and harvest you up. Come on, harvest him. There we are. Might as well take some meat onwards to where we're going. And I really should check my stats this morning. Yeah, we're a bit low on everything. We really should have fed up before we left. Never mind, such is the way of things. Right, there's some nuts. There's another one. If we come across a couple of bananas, that'd be great, because that would mean that we can then eat that last piece of bird meat that we had, and those nuts, and get some carbs. I don't want to weigh us down with sticks, but at the same time I want us to have some materials ready for when we get to wherever we arrive. And we're going to be a little bit careful, because this route that we're taking is used by the locals, and we know that the locals like to pick fights. So just being a little bit cautious coming through here. Trying to listen for creepy crawlies. So far the leeches have left us alone, which is great. We're going to need thin sticks. I'm not seeing very many thin sticks. Right, that's us full on ropes. a big tree, and quite often near the big trees you get the ants' nests just to grief you when you're trying to find Brazil nuts. And I do hear insects, although it's more like the flies on a carcass than... Oh, hang on. No, it's a bee's nest straight ahead there. On the tip of my arrow you can see them all flying around. And that is my clue that... Ah, right, we're going to have to go wide around it. And there's bananas right next to it as well, look. I don't know if I can get them without the bees. We can. It's only the two on that tree, fine. No mushrooms on there. Of course, dry season's going to stop the mushrooms respawning. Any nuts? No. There's a cave up here. And that beehive is the marker for the cave. We need a pair of stones to make a blade, because in here we'll be able to mine out some iron. It's not there. Where is it? In fact, this is the pass-through cave. So, how do I know it's the pass-through cave? It's because of this log bridge. Piece of obsidian. There is tons of obsidian in here, and obsidian makes exceptionally good tools. There is normally tons of obsidian. There we go. I left all our obsidian at the plane crash camp. Yeah, we'll just do it this way. And I'm going to craft those into a stone blade, which we don't have space for. Damn it. Okay. Right, we'll just drop it here. Where'd it go? I don't see it. It looks like it's fallen through the floor. Okay. More obsidian. We're going to end up quite heavily weighed down with that stuff. But it's very, very useful. There's another one. I'm looking for an iron seam. And I was sure there was one here. There it is at the back. Right, so what I'm going to do temporarily, I'm just going to drop our stone axe, and then I'm going to make a stone blade and add a rope, add a stick. That's an axe. Oh, got to make the stone blade first, haven't we? I always get that wrong. Right, so we then craft that stone blade. We add a stick, not the bamboo. We want a stick. There we are. Make a stone pickaxe. It's in number 4 slot. That iron's disappeared, look. It was there. I wasn't imagining things, was I? It was there. Oh, there it is. Right. So, equip number 4. We want to hear the clink to be effectively mining. Yeah. we got 3 pieces of iron ore. Check the backpack. There it is. It says we only got 2, look. I've had this problem before with the iron ore, where it says we get 3 but we only get 2. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. I could well be. Right, so we'll move that one down there. Move that move that up there. Like that. Leaves us a bit of space there for collecting other stuff. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the pickaxe here. Next to the iron ore deposit. I'm going to pick up my stone axe again. And then we're going to move on. We are carrying 41.3 kilos, so we are going to really struggle picking up any food because we're about on the limit of what we can carry, and we've still got a reasonable distance to go. Now, down there at the bottom of the hill is a river, and on the other side of the river is a cave, which is very close to where some locals hang out. It's not a village as such, it's just an area where they hang out. So I'm not going to go down there. There's a carcass there which will have maggots and bones. We're going to need thin sticks, so if we get filled up on fat sticks first, and then as we cook... Is that a thin stick there? It is. We'll take it. Then as we come across additional fat sticks, we'll just harvest them into thin sticks, because we'll need to make a fire when we get to where we're going. And where we're going is an abandoned village. If you remember the photographs on the corkboard in the first episode of the series, there was that circular hut with a large circular hut with a hole in the centre. The place that we're going to looks like an abandoned and derelict one of those, and it may in fact be the missing tribe's original home area. Right, so we're full on ropes, we're full on fat sticks, just harvesting for thin sticks at the moment. As we traverse, we've got space for one more thin stick. There it is. Right, so we're full on sticks, full on ropes. Means we can set a campfire as soon as we get to where we're going. There's a nut tree. Any nuts? No. There's a banana tree with no bananas. Watching the ground. We don't want to run into a snake or a poisonous spider if we can avoid it. I mean, snakes I don't mind shooting and harvesting. Now, there's a nut tree there with no nuts. And there's a nut tree here that does have nuts. Excellent. I really want to find some bananas so that we can top up on carbs. And touch wood, still no leeches. Now we're just following this cliff after coming out of the cave, keeping cliff to our right. There is a break in the cliff back there which you have to walk past and ignore the fact that the cliff disappears. There's a stone. I hear something. There it is. Missed. Missed again. Okay, we'll do it the old way. Come on, hit him. What? Why is the spear jumping to the left, either the left or the right of where I'm aiming without hitting that spider? Alright, we'll try it this way. Got it, just as it turned round to attack us. Finally. Right, just destroy that, get it off the map. Rather disappointing there with the spear and the bow. No idea why it was doing that. It seemed to be deliberately trying to stop us getting the shot. Get these blue mushrooms though. These blue mushrooms are brilliant for energy. And we're going to have to stop and have lunch in a second. Any nuts on that tree? Don't see any. Still not seeing Brazil nuts. Larvae we don't want. They're disgusting to eat, as our character will tell you quite happily. Right, again, putting that cliff back on our right hand side. We can come through here. There's one of those rainy season only watering holes. You can see water at the bottom of it. Only fills up while it's raining. There's mushrooms up here that we do want. These orange caps help to fight stomach bugs. We're getting a bit heavy, so we probably do need to eat. We'll just stand on these rocks while we do that. Hopefully that meat has not spoiled. Macaw meat cooked. Eat. Banana. Eat. Eat. Eat a couple of nuts. Eat a couple of these mushrooms for energy. They don't last very long at all, these blue mushrooms, but they are brilliant energy. Oops. And we'll just eat an orange cap mushroom for luck. Check our stats. Carbs are fine. Proteins and fats need a boost. Water needs a boost. And we're nearly where we're heading to. So I'm going to hold off on the water for a moment. We do need to find some coconuts though, pretty soon, and I'm not sure that there's many around here. Still raining. It's the last day of rainy season, of course. And I should have brought a coconut shell with us, but never mind. In fact, oh, we haven't recovered the cook pot yet. We've got to get to the location where we get that. Here's a banana plantation. So we'll grab some bananas. As we all know, bananas are good for you. Lots of potassium. But in this game they also are primarily for carbohydrates. So we've discovered now this is the abandoned village that I was telling you about. Lots and lots of stuff here. There's a bone knife. We can't take it, but that should have given us the recipe. Let's have a look. Oh, an arrow, stone spear, axe, torch, stone blade, stone axe, weak spear. Has it not given us the recipe? Blade axe, stone pickaxe, bone armor. No, it hasn't. Okay. So it's probably telling us that we have to actually pick it up. Again, if we just drop our axe, pick up the bone knife, there we are, notebook, new entry, bone knife, we can put the stone axe back, there is a tribal fire starter there, look, and go into fire, we'll take that. Gives us a new notebook entry, tribal fire starter. Stone ring. Peacock bass meat spoiled, destroy it. New entry, stone ring. Peacock bass spoiled, destroy. Stick we can't take. Bone we can take. If I just open the backpack, move that stick across out of the fire. Same with that one. New discovery campfire, charcoal to take. Any ash? Or just that one piece of charcoal? Just that one piece of charcoal. Okay. Over here, new entry, the dryer. Lots of new discoveries here. We've got a hammock across here where we can sleep. Notebook, new entry, bamboo dryer. Hammock, hold to sleep. So discovering the wood dryer gives us the bamboo dryer as well, so that we've got a choice of woods with which to make it. So we need to get a campfire up and going, but it's probably going to rain. We're going to need to create a roof as well. If we just pick up these logs and move them out of here. There we go. There's a bit of a roof there where we can set a fire. There's also a bit of a roof there where we can set a fire. Might as well do it next to the hammock. That way we'll get the sanity bonus of being next to the fire. So notebook and fire, and there's the campfire, the dryer, the bamboo dryer, and the stone ring. But we're just going to set a regular little campfire. We're not going to be stopping here, we're going to be moving on, but we'll spend the night here. And we want to cook that rattlesnake meat. So now we can make use of the tribal fire starter. Add a bit of dried leaf, get it going, get a nice fire going.
Yes, yes.
There we go. Get that lit. Get that meat on there. Get that cooking as soon as possible. We'll have a look around for food in a moment. Time of day is it? It's 20 past 5. We're going to need water. I wonder if we can find a coconut. There seems to be coconut trees all around us. Great to find a coconut. Don't see any coconuts in the trees though, is the problem. We could drink this dirty water. But I'll wash myself before we eat. It looks like we've finally got leeches. The watch symbol at bottom left is telling us that we're tanking on something. So let's just head back over here. There we are, and we're just going to eat that rattlesnake meat straight up. Eat that piece straight up. And our backpack's pretty heavy. We're just about 40 kilos. Eat that banana. Eat that banana. Eat that nut. Eat that nut. Eat one of those mushrooms for luck. Check our stats. We're not too bad. Water is our main issue. So let's just drink that clean water. 90. Pretty much emptied the bidon. We've only got 9 water left in it. Stats are good across the board, except we could do with a little bit more protein. Let's just check what we're infested with. Take our armor off while we have a look. Obviously it's going to be on our legs. It's going to be leeches. There they are on that on our left leg. Get off. And get off. They weren't there long enough to really impact our sanity. And time of day 18:30. We've picked up all the blueprints that we wanted here. We want to pick up a little bit more food in the morning if possible. Let's just check down, see if any of these bananas have got banana spikes on them. I don't see any. They may have in the morning. No, don't see any. The light is getting pretty terrible. I can hardly see a thing at the moment. We'll just take these various sticks to refill the backpack, ready for making another fire when we move on, or topping this one up tonight, whichever the case may be. And it is getting pretty pitch black. We'll just spend a few hours beside the fire. Just check the time again. 7 PM. If we went to sleep for 8 hours, that would wake us up at 3 AM. We want to be waking up at about 5:30, just before dawn, so that we can move on. And we need to get down to the next location. Because the thing is here, unless we can get a coconut to get the coconut shells, then we can't make water. So if we wait for moonrise, we can have a quick look. And we've actually had a full day of rain on day 20. So day 21 must be the start of the dry season. But never mind, at least we're down into the area where there's rivers and streams, so that we will be able to get water, even if it's not clean water. Right, stopped raining, moonrise is up. Let's go have a quick look for some coconuts. Just checking for coconut trees. There's a few up there. There's a path of sorts here. There is a nut tree there. Don't see any nuts. I don't want to go rummaging into the bushes at this time of night. But there's a coconut. Grab those thin sticks. There's piggies up there, I can hear them. There's armadillo as well. Alright, so there's plenty of meat here apparently. We may go and take a piggy down. Let's just go and do the biz with this coconut. That'll at least let us get a couple of coconut shells out. Right, drink. Oh, what did you do? Right, drink. Harvest. Coconuts are good for fat. Harvest. Harvest. And we'll keep them up there together. There's the coconut shells. Drop them there. Collect some water. That means we could actually boil water from the river now, especially with having the fire going. Really, in fact, I tell you what, let's just drop that bone beside the fire. Means we've got less weight to carry. Step across here, we'll drop the obsidian as well. Again, less weight to carry. We'll put that piece of charcoal on the fire just to keep it going. That's the one that we found here. Drop that iron up. Drop that iron out here, especially if we're going piggy harvesting, because piggies are heavy. We could actually spend 2 nights here just to get ourselves set up with food and water. That tree's just dropped nuts, I just saw them. 1, 2. Take the sticks. Refill our sticks. Some piggies up here. I hear them. I'm on an area there for bandages. There's a piggy. Come on, keep still. He's down. Right, so that's going to have to be the end of the episode here as I harvest him up, because we're out of time. So I'll get him back to the camp, get him cooked up, and get some water boiled up in the coconut bowls, and you'll be able to join me for the next episode, fully fed and watered and ready to move on to the next location. So this is the abandoned village. Oh, and we can hear the natives. That hooty horny thing. Oh, there's some mushrooms there, good for carbs. Those are energy mushrooms as well. Good to have on us. I need to get a roof down to save. I might put a roof over the top of the dryer, because you can't use the dryer in the rainy season if it's in the open. Right, let's get some of that meat cooking. Let's just drop the bones first. I might make some meat soup. Just pull those bones back from the fire a little bit. There we go. Meat. So, thank you very much for being here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Love you all. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel, click like, leave your comments, questions, observations, everything else down below. Even just say hi. I appreciate it all, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next episode, when we should be fed up. When I say fed up, we should be fed. Get off there. And we should be ready. No, I don't want the bamboo stick. I want the regular stick. And ready to move on. So, join me for that. I'm Gazbeard. This is Green Hell at the abandoned village. And if you want to know where we're at, we are at 46 West, 26 South. Good blueprints here. The dryer, the bone knife, the stone ring, the large campfire, and you can sleep in the hammock, make fires under shelter, but we need to create a roof for saving, so I'll do that off camera on top of the dryer, and I'll see you for the next one. As always from me, it's not goodbye, it's bye for now.